Carl, welcome to this week's edition of the Dugout.
Sunny Donny, mate.
Very sunny Doncaster this afternoon. First of all, we'll start off last Sunday with the defeat at home on the Club Doncaster athletic pitch to Newcastle Thunder. Just give us your initial thoughts on that.
Oh, just really disappointed. I thought it was a game we targeted, and they just went through us. And maybe we tried to go a little bit wide too quick, but no, just disappointed.
Obviously, we've seen in the last couple of weeks, especially with wins away up in Cumbria, we've been kind of getting going in the latter stages of the game. Do you think that was something that happened against Newcastle, just a little bit too late in that respect? Yeah,
just and penalties. We need to address the penalties, which I spoke to Richard about, and he's got knows the reasons why we're giving the penalties. That was the question I asked, and it's stuff he knows they need to work on, and they'll do that. But I've got the confidence in him that he'll sort that out. And it just takes time. He's probably trying to change a few things and may have to just ease it back a little bit until the players can grasp it.
Just moving on to a bit of a side note with Richard as well, do you think he was bitterly disappointed not to pick up any points in his first two games? Obviously, he's coming over here, unproven head coach, but we've given him a chance, a great opportunity for him. Do you think he was a little bit disappointed that he couldn't pick anything up?
Of course, he's a winner. He wants to win every game, so of course he would have been, disappointed with not getting those wins in the first two games, but you can see what he's trying to implement here. And a few of that sort of stuff came off early doors in the Oxford game, and it came off in the Whitehaven game when we did start putting some stuff together. So once we can put it all together and get it all right, we'll be right. But he's only been here 2 or 3 weeks, so it's hard for him, and we'll be all right with him in charge.
Of course, like you just mentioned now, we moved on to the Oxford game at the LD Nutrition Stadium on Wednesday night. A fantastic result, and flying in the first 10-15 minutes or so, with putting 20 points to 0. How impressive was that performance?
First and foremost, we needed to win the game. We all know we were trying to rack some points up, and sometimes that can burn you. And luckily, the game was won after 20 minutes, and maybe a few of the boys try to go away from the game plan a little bit and pushing passes and trying to go themselves. But the pleasing aspect in that game is you could see the stuff that we're trying to do, and that first 20 minutes was a real exciting, attractive brand of rugby, and that's what we want to play here. And then we just fell away, and for whatever reason, I'm not going to sit here and try and say why or make excuses for it. We fell away and we dropped off badly, and they'll address that. They'll address that at training, and we wanted to get some points, and we looked like in the start we were going to go and rack some points up.
Yeah, of course, and we saw 2 standout performances as well last night. One from Sam Doherty, who managed to get a hat-trick after scoring 2 tries in that first 10-15 minutes, and then also Jack Miller as well getting a brace. So 2 positive performances from their point of view.
Yeah, I thought Russ Spears was real good too. I thought he really had a go at them, and he was attacking them hard and defending well. But yeah, Jack went well. Sam finished off some nice tries. We were missing Tarley. He's just a little slight injury, and Jack Logan looks like he's going to be out for some time now with an injury picked up in Hull, and Kizzy's still not quite there. He pulled out on the day before the game. So key players, and hopefully they'll be right for the weekend. But again, it's a game where everyone thinks we're going to go there and put a big score on, but it doesn't work like that all the time. You've got to go there and be positive, and that you can do it, but first and foremost you've got to go there to win the game, and that's what we'll be focusing on, and everything else should take care of itself after that.
So we're moving into the second last game of the normal League One season before obviously the split between the top and the bottom half of the table. What are you kind of expecting from South Wales this weekend?
Well, they're at home, I'm not sure whether it's their finale game, but if it is, they'll have a real good go at us. Everyone on their last home game of the season wants to go in and finish on a high when you're playing at home. That's fact. So if it's their last game, then we're in for a right hard one, because they'll throw everything at us, so we've got to be prepared for it. And again, it's a long journey, and we're only going to do it on the day, which is tough on the boys, but we should be okay.
Of course, like you just said, there's a long journey down. It's going to take 4+ hours to get down to South Wales. Do you think something like that comes into play? Obviously, with the 3 games in 7 days as well, there's a lot of fatigue, and fitness levels could come into it at some point.
Well, we've got a fit squad, so whether he rotates the squad and puts changes it about a bit, or those boys who have picked up knocks from Wednesday, last Sunday and Wednesday don't play, the other ones come in, who knows, but he'll freshen them up. I think they're training Friday, and so they've got plenty of rest before then, and we travel in a nice coach, so it's not too bad a journey.
And then obviously we're coming into like you said, the last couple of games as well, where there's a massive battle for getting inside the top 5, with Newcastle and York also on 16 points. How much of a slip up is needed from one of them 2 sides?
Yeah, well, that's what it's going to have to be. I think they've both got some a game that they should win on the weekend. The tricky ones for them too are their last game, their last fixtures. They could be playing against a couple of clubs that are battling to get in the 8, so be tough. It'll go down to the wire. I'm sure there's some twists and turns before the end. We just have to focus on us and win our games. If we don't get 4th, we've got to play them all anyway, and we'll try and do it the Donny way, which we always do, is the bloomin' hard way. There's never anything easy here at Donny, or anything given to us, and sometimes we're not too bad away from home, which is hard to say, but we'll try and go into these 8s at the end with a bit of confidence from the game against Oxford in the last 2, and we'll have a go.
Thanks, Carl.
Cheers, mate.